Secondhand Coke on Reddit confirms Harry and Meghan's disgusting behaviour during the mourning period of the Queen. She wrote, "On September the 8th, some may remember my posting that I just heard from my source in LA that Her Majesty had died at 2:30 GMT of bone cancer, and had anybody heard this? A couple of you replied you hoped my source was wrong, for once, and I said I hoped so too." Within the hour, Lady C, followed quickly by the media, broke the story that Her Majesty had in fact passed away. There was little doubt on my end how the news ended up being known by a Hollywood type in LA when the media was embargoed, but I doubt myself a bit when it was reported that Harry didn't know about his grandmother until 5 minutes before the media embargo was lifted. It turns out that this isn't true, and it very likely was Harry's wife spreading the news, or someone in her camp. After all, her machinations were also likely why Lady C was given the go-ahead to break the news of the Queen's death slightly ahead of the embargo. Supposedly, they were worried Markle would likely be trying to sell the news ahead of the embargo to an American source who would publish it via social media or something like that. That appears to be how the news was in LA so fast. I'm waiting for clarity on the details of this though, and will post in the comments when I get them, she continued. As I said, Harry knew his grandmother was gone well before the jet carrying Andrew, William and the Wessexes took off from the airport. The reality is that he was supposed to be on that jet. He wasn't on it because he was having a fight, first with Charles, then with Meghan, about her not being welcome at Balmoral that night. The fight with Charles was over with pretty quickly. Charles said no, and that was that, but the fight with Meghan is said to have been what held him up. He was supposedly still arguing with Meghan when it was past time for him to have left to get on the family jet, which is why he wasn't on it. It was not because William forbade it. Meghan is said to have planted that lie out of spite, and it makes sense that it was her, because who else would even be able to or inclined to tell that story? It's unlikely that Catherine or William, Andrew or the Wessexes, would have briefed the media on why Harry didn't ride with them. The family staff doesn't league against the family, nor would the courtiers. Who else would share a story like that? Anyway, I'm told that Meghan would and did. I'm also told that the media story is true that William tested Harry and Meghan for leaks by erroneously telling Harry the Queen's body would be coming down on the train, which Scobie wasted no time sharing, she added. Sad that Harry and Meghan have made the Queen's death about them. Prince Harry's vulgar behaviour towards his family may have long-standing consequences. It's not like he can take back his outrageous claims that King Charles is a cheapskate, deadbeat dad, and that Queen Elizabeth botched her role as head of the Commonwealth. Apparently, once Harry realised the damage had been done, he suggested that a third-party mediator fix his wrongs. No, Harry, big boys fix their own mistakes. Now comes word that Harry's cruelty has damaged his relationship with his brother William, Prince of Wales. A new book claims that William may never be able to forget the brutality Harry's unleashed upon his family. Royal watcher Katie Nicholl has a new book out titled The New Royals: Queen Elizabeth's Legacy and the Future of the Crown. In an interview on Dan Wootton Tonight, Nicholl said, "William simply can't forgive Harry, not just for his behaviour and what he's done and how he's done it, but look at how much now rests on William. He always thought Harry would be his wingman, now he's doing it on his own. Thank goodness he's got Kate by his side."